Hi, I'm Gemma Sharples, the founder of Biz on Fire, and what I want to share with you today is the stages of business growth that all businesses go through as they start to scale. So I'm going to draw a little pyramid on the board. And the first level I want to talk into is what I call the player. So this is the business owner who is what I really say dabbling in business. They are really enthusiastic about what they do, that actually it's usually a hobby that they like doing, and then they've tried to then think, do you know what, I can start to make some money from this. So they'll start playing with it, they'll start doing it in their spare time, they'll start even sometimes making some money from this. But usually it's not enough for them to actually take that step and jump out of the business, because on average people who are playing with this and it's a hobby, sometimes it's actually costing them like a hobby and not making any money, but on average people are making, let's say, 0 to 20,000, and this is the player. And this is where most businesses are started. Somebody has an idea and they think, do you know what, I'm really good at doing that, I can make some money from this. But then once this business starts to make a bit more money, they sometimes think, do you know what, I'm actually now in a stage where I'm going to jump out of the job I've got right now and I'm going to make a real business of this. So the next stage they go to is being the solopreneur. And the solopreneur is somebody who's jumped out now, they've took the risk, they want to really make something of this. But there's a thing with being a solopreneur, and it's the fact of, and it's in the title, solo. You are on your own. So you find yourself being the person doing everything from cleaning the business premises to actually, negotiating sales and bringing the money in. So everything lies on your head. And the issue with this is there's only one of you. So if there's only one of you, there's only so many hours in the day. So there's only so much that you can actually do within your business to grow it. And this is where business owners then think outside the box and think, I need to really leverage upon my time, leverage upon me, so I can really scale the business and make more money. Because if there's only you, it's quite a dangerous place to be. Because what if you become ill? The business ceases, it doesn't work. And heaven forbid there was any long-term sickness there, because then again, everything stops. So this, with being the solopreneur, is where many business owners is then start to take the next step up, and they start thinking, right, what is it I need to put in place to take my business to the next level, that everything doesn't rely solely on me every single time. Now, on average, business owners as a solopreneur are making about 20 to 70,000. So as you can see, that's on average. There's a cap, because as we said, there's only one of you. So when that happens, business owners go, I need to scale. There needs to be more of me. So they move to the next stage. And this is what I call the biz balancer. Now, the biz balancer, I see it when I went through this stage, it was like really balancing a load of plates, because you're really good at what you do, but now you start to bring people in the business. And when you start to bring people in the business, you might find that you feel you are balancing loads of plates. You're actually setting people off on tasks. You might come back and the tasks aren't done properly, which then actually you step back in again to do it right. And then you step back out and you feel as though you're in the business, out of the business, and you're trying to manage not just yourself, but manage other people. So that is a real skill. And with that is when the business really requires systemization, processes put in place, and a clear direction and a mission as well. Because when you were the solopreneur, everything was locked up in here in your head. So you knew exactly where you were on the process in your business. You knew what needed to happen next. You knew all the processes. But as soon as you start to bring these other people in, you need to be able to pass all of this knowledge, all of your expertise, all your skills to these people so they can do what you did even better if they can. So as the biz balancer here, excellent, you started to scale. You started to create a business that doesn't require you 24/7. But you might be finding that as you start to put these systems in place, you are still balancing a few plates. Now, as you start to scale your business, on average, we're looking at, this is a massive jump, 70k to 700. Because you have leveraged on other people's time. So that's the stage that people go to. Now, where I am currently is the next level. And this is where you have actually managed your business in a way that you're not balancing all the plates all the time. You're not the person being pulled in. You have systems nailed down, People are in the business and know where they want to take it, which then means you have got to put a layer into your business, so there's not just the people who work for you and then you have management layers. And I call this being the inspiration leader. Now, in business, you have to be a good leader. And to do that, you have to inspire other people to want to lead. Because being a leader isn't all about you. Because if you're not there, people will only do things transactionally because you're there. So you need people to do things because they want to do them and they want to take the business forward. So to do that, you need to give them inspiration. So when that happens, you have yourself inspiring other people who work with you and inspiring everybody else within the business. So the inspiration leader does allow you to have more freedom. It allows you to really innovate within your business and create things that everybody's on board with. So you don't have employees pulling against you and not doing what you want them to do. You have people who are able to pick up things and run with them to a very, very satisfactory conclusion. So the inspiration leader is when people are really, really bought into what you do and they're really wanting to take the business forward, actually bringing ideas to you. So, it's a wonderful place to be. Just think about having a team of people around you that want to work with you and actually build the business further and bring in great ideas to the table. Now, when you get to this level, you can go from 700k to 5 mil. Big. Because as I said, you are creating leaders. So just think about you and think about what it took for you to become from a player right up the pyramid to even the biz balancer. You were the leader with the ideas, driving things forward. Now imagine if there was like 5 of you doing that. That's where the business scales. That's where the business becomes really, really profitable. And actually, it's a really enjoying place to be. Now the next level for me is really a level where a business has kind of got a life of its own. And the way that I look at this is when you think of Steve Jobs and the amazing product Apple that he's made. And if you think about his product, that's still gone on, unfortunately, after he's passed. Unfortunately, he's not here, but his business, his ideas, his innovation has lived on within all the inspired leaders that he had within his business. So they've carried it on, and what ends up happening with a business like that, if it goes to this next level, is what I call being a movement maker. Now, a movement maker is something that completely impacts the world. So just think about your phone right now. Now think about all the things you have in it. Your banking, your emails, your contacts, messages, everything practically. We live with it, don't we? Now imagine losing your phone. The thought of it completely can kind of make you think, oh my word, I need it. And this is the difference. Here, businesses that become movement makers are businesses that create something within a market that becomes people's part of their world. It's not something they want it, don't they want it? It becomes a necessity. So here is when people are inspired leaders and they really start to work on innovative products, they can actually change the way the world and people in it require products and services. And when you start to become the movement maker, well really, you kind of take over the monopoly of the world really with your product, because you've got people coming to you, they might have an iPhone, let's just say, and it works perfectly fine. It does the same things. But as soon as that new product comes out and there's more things onto it, these people will go and buy that. They don't have to be really, really, truly sold to. They just want the latest model because it's become part of their life. So when you become the movement maker, well then, the world's your ocean, so to speak. Because you can go from 5 million plus. There's no ceiling on it. It's just all about how many people can you impact with it, and how much can you do with your product to keep innovating it and keep sharing it. So just think about yourself right now, and think about where you are in the growth pyramid for business. Because at each level, to get up this pyramid, there has to be a change in your thinking. Because to get there, the person with the level of thinking as the player has to change and get more information as to what it is they need to do to expand their business, who they need to bring on board, and what they need to put in place. Taking that actually even starts with just taking that step of risk to say, I'm leaving my job and I'm betting on me. So there has to be a change of thinking at every single level as you grow your business. Because if you don't change your thinking, your results won't change, because you need more thinking to up your results. So have a think about where you are right now. And is there anything that you need to change about yourself or the way you're thinking? Or do you need to implement anything in your business to actually go up the growth pyramid? So if you've enjoyed the video today, please like the page and subscribe to it, write a comment, share it, and in the description below you will see a link which is for my free event, so we can meet face to face and you can get more information and actually meet with like-minded people. So please like, share the page, and have a good day. Thanks, Gem.